penguin.
You can't even fly.
No, we don't have any problem doing nonsense without the mask on.
Nonsense is our business.
In fact, it's easier for us to be nonsensical sometimes without the mask on. With the mask on, we have to be like we're in Gwar. Without the mask on, we can act any fucking way we want.
Penguin.
The show is so overwhelming. When you go to see a Gwar show, it's almost like you don't want to have to pay attention to the music too much because you might miss some of the show. But if our music was meaningless, then this whole thing would have stopped a long time ago because, you know, there are a lot of people out there who love Gwar's music, who worship Gwar's music, who study every syllable of Gwar's music to understand every single cosmic truth about Gwar's music. And also, as musicians, we could not, you know, I wouldn't be interested in doing this thing year after year unless making music was fun.
Well, the more structured and rigid that the society is, the more you need a release, like an animalistic release like Gwar. And Gwar is like a non-destructive, believe it or not, way of expressing that without having to kill somebody or become a serial rapist or something.
Gwar is a way of taking the worst parts of society and echoing them in a kind of a comedic way.
Now, let's hear it for the Gwar horn section. Under the stage.
I think that the people in Gwar are much realer as far as like being rock stars than most other bands, because most other bands that are as big as Gwar, people see them on the street or they can see them and go, oh, that's that guy in that band. So they, in a way, have to have a faker personality than Gwar.
They have to live it all the time.
They have to live it all the time. Every second they know people recognizing them. If you were James Hetfield, or not that we were ever as big as Metallica. But really, censorship has never been a really huge problem for us. They almost just like, I think they kind of realized if they are making this big stink about what we do, they're just giving us tons more publicity.
Yeah.
You know? And like, I remember last year in Munich when we were here, they're like, and then they're going to do this. And it's like on the news, and me just like fucking this thing, and then the disgusting bad Gwar will do this,
They're showing it.
And they're showing it to like thousands of people.
But
So
it's
it's like,
so bad, why are they showing it?
and if, you know, if we canceled, it wouldn't be like any great big victory for artists' rights or anything. In fact, if anything, it would be a victory for the cops. They were able to intimidate us into canceling our show. We would rather just like, you know, change things around a little bit, just be a little bit more clever. Because the big thing, it's not really about sex, it's not really about violence, it's about Gwar. And as long as Gwar is up there doing their thing, then it's a success. Plus, we need the money.